Hi, you're watching Dog-Eared Musings, and I'm Monica, and today I'm doing a book review of Charmaine Wilkerson's novel, Black Cake. Now, if you're an old-time viewer of this channel, then you know that I love a generational story, specifically generational stories that revolve around food. Now, I've gotten so many recommendations from booktube channels and just people that I know that their reading taste is something that I know and love, that I myself would love to read Black Cake. And I've gotten this recommendation from a bunch of people for a couple of years now, and it's one of those mashed potatoes books where it's like something that you know you're gonna love and you leave it off to the side and you know it's gonna be great, but somehow it's just there and you're waiting to read it for the perfect time. And I will tell you that that perfect time came a couple weeks ago on a plane ride, and I was sobbing by myself on a red-eye flight to Madison, Wisconsin. And we'll get to that story in a little bit in this review, but it was a beautiful moment, and this was a beautiful book. So let's get into it. Who is Charmaine Wilkerson? Charmaine Wilkerson is a Caribbean-American writer and novelist. She also is a journalist as well as somebody who works in commercial writing. One thing that really struck me in the interviews that she had in talking about the style of her writing is she is an author that, rather than focusing on place, really gravitates towards sensory. So what her characters are doing and the senses that kind of impact that. So Wilkerson kind of talks about the importance of the food that her characters are eating, or how the character cooks, or the activities that they're doing, such as sports like surfing. And these are all themes that come up in Black Cake. All of her characters are very active in the things that they do. What is Black Cake about? So this novel focuses on two estranged siblings, Byron and Benny, who are forced to kind of communicate again after the death of their mother. Their mother has requested that they come together to read her last will and testament, as well as share the last black cake that she has prepared for them. However, they are not suspecting the secrets that she will provide them that will give them more information about their family, but will also unearth even more mysteries that they'll need to unparse with each other. Is unparse a word? It is, for the sake of this review. More secrets come out, more chisme comes out, more gossip comes out. It's great. I told you already I loved this book, but in true Dog-Eared Musings fashion, what is something that might take you out of this book? Now, again, in true Dog-Eared Musings fashion, as somebody who loves a character study, this book is a beautiful 300 pages. I feel like every book should be 300 pages. It's the perfect length. However, there were a lot of characters in this book. Could there have been more character exploration? I think so. I mean, no character was left as like a caricature of themselves. They weren't flat. But there were characters where I was like, ooh, I could use a little bit more. Did I get enough? Yes, but there could always be more. And I think maybe that's a pro in that I wanted more of Wilkerson's writing. Say that 5 times fast. I wanted more. And I feel like there are plenty of books at the 300-page mark where you're like, God, please stop. And that was not so with her writing. What are the pros? Now, there's a reason why this book is going to be and is a Hulu movie, show, something. It exists in the Hulu universe, and I need to go and watch it. It's because of the twists and turns of this show, and it's gonna be full of drama, and it left me on the edge of my seat. I was really looking forward and excited for the characters. I was rooting for them all. There were moments where I was so excited for like how the characters got to experience things, and I won't spoil it, but there was this one moment where I was just like, oh my God, thank God. And then there were moments that were absolutely terrifying. There were mysteries. It was all beautiful and unexpected, and it was a journey, and I was here for it. It was such a journey that, again, maybe I'm a masochist, but I was crying on a plane. And I think when you read stories, and maybe this is my Scorpio brain, but when you read stories and you're just moved to tears, that's a good sign. Black Cake left me with that. And it was one of those books that you read it and you get to certain scenes and you're looking around for other people to see if they've read the book too, so that you can commiserate or also connect with just the beauty that you just read. I think that experiences like that, where you're searching for other people within the community who've read this, those are fun moments to have. So if you've read Black Cake, feel free to comment below so that we can fan people about it together. So what are some read-alikes of Black Cake? Well, I think that I've seen a lot of people compare this book to Pachinko. Now, if you're somebody who's looking to get into intergenerational stories, I would recommend that maybe you start with Black Cake. Because maybe Pachinko is something that you're wanting to get to, but you're a little intimidated by the just sheer fact that I think it's over 600 pages. Black Cake is a little bit more of a friendly size, and it's a way to explore the same type of genre in maybe a less heartbreaking. I mean, it's still heartbreaking, but it's same but different. Another book that I feel like deserves more hype and praise, and also is an intergenerational story that is of a little less intimidating size, is An Abundance. Now, I've talked about this as being one of my favorite books, so I won't go on and on and on about it forever, but this is another foodie novel that talks about generations and kind of one pivotal moment in time. And if you haven't read it yet, you should read it. What has been my takeaway with reading Black Cake? Read your mashed potato books. Just read them. If you don't like them, you're not gonna like them. I think it's better to get them over with sooner than waiting years and years and years. I don't know, maybe it's also fun to save something. Take it or leave it. This has been Dog Eared Musings. I'm Monika. Happy reading.